what they need to understand is Somalis. They don't really understand Somalis. Somalis, we're like community that is just, we're very like close knit. That's just Somalis for you. And if they migrate to a country, any country, not just Minnesota, any country around anywhere that Somalis migrated, they find area and they just, you know what I'm saying, just populate that area within themselves. They're not committing no crime, they're not doing anything wrong. It's just right. Dawud yalla, assalamu alaikum, Satihin. And I think Somalis have been feeling a lot of pressure, especially the ones that most Somalis in America have been feeling a lot of pressure, especially the ones that are in Minneapolis, Minnesota, because it literally looks like the entire country of America, especially on the far right side, have just absolutely turned on them. And you know, there's this talk about Minnesota being, for example, this title, Inside America's Somali Capital, Minnesota. So lads, if any Somalis that are currently living in Minneapolis or just in America in general, like, what's the tension like? I know it's been very tough, especially as this new election is coming. So we're just gonna shed a bit of light in this issue, and we're just gonna watch this video right here. Most of these videos are hit pieces, as I reacted to one before, but yeah, let's just see.
Is Minneapolis. Broken news. Specifically, it's the Somali neighborhood within Minneapolis that has recently become controversial due to two figures. Congresswoman
Ilhan Omar of Minnesota.
Dumbing of the United States has arrived.
And mayoral candidate Omar Fateh.
It's where Democratic Socialist State Senator Omar Fateh is now just 5 points behind Jacob Fry.
Magalada, Minneapolis.
There may be no immigrant community in the nation more tied to its political leaders than the Somalis in Minnesota, so we decided to go past the clickbait and culture war and explore the community with curiosity.
That's what America stands for. Like, everybody's segregated in their own community.
But they're walking around in sandals in the winter and you're just going, oh my God.
What's it really like?
Do you know what? Yeah, like, respectfully, what of any of your concern is it? If his feet get frozen, it's his feet. You don't feel the frozenness, or you don't feel the, you know what I'm saying, whatever he's feeling. I just don't understand. I think this is just like a bigger thing, like more sinister reasoning for why people are very much offended by Somalis. Like, how can you be offended by someone that's walking in sliders? It's their feet. If they get frozen, they get frozen.
When we pulled into Cedar Riverside,
misconception in my eyes would be that Somali community are a threat. No, before Somali, you're Muslim, and Somali people that are real Muslims that are on their deen and on their way, peaceful. 3 mosques just in walking distance right now as we speak, and it's so beautiful that you can just take your feet and just walk to the mosque. Everything's easy over here.
I asked Salim how he ended up in Minneapolis, and he told us that he was actually born in Kenya, which many Somalis fled to after its government collapsed in 1991.
Obviously, I'm an immigrant, but at the end of the day, this country welcomed me. For my family to strive in this country, I'm glad and I'm thankful.
But Salim then fell into hot water in South Dakota, where he was charged for murder.
To this day, if you Google my name, Sioux Falls, you're going to see murder. It's called defamation of character for real. I missed the birth of my niece.
Something you didn't do.
Something I didn't even do.
Well, I didn't do it.
I got a little story to tell too. My name's Salim Muhammad, man, and I ain't not a murderer.
Yeah, well, dude, I'm glad at least you're out now, and hopefully you get justice.
Justice been served, but to who?
We left Salim and turned the corner where we saw the fire he referenced, and also tried to interview some locals.
We're trying to figure out what happened.
Yeah,
you know what happened? Do you know what happened? Well, do you know what happened here?
I don't incidents.
What surprised us was how many Somalis we met who moved to Minneapolis from other states. There's really been a second migration to Minneapolis for Somalis. First to America, and then concentrating there. One of the Somalis who's done just that is Omar Fateh, who was born in D.C.
Yo, Abdulkadir Yassin, Team Kega, we need volunteers.
Today, nearly 100,000 Somalis live in Minnesota, and the majority of them are in the Twin Cities.
And I want to speak directly to this.
100,000. That's a lot of population. But what they need to understand is Somalis. They don't really understand Somalis. Somalis, we're like community that is just like, we're very like close knit. That's just Somalis for you. And if they migrate to a country, any country, not just Minnesota, any country around anywhere that Somalis migrated, they find area and then they just, you know what I'm saying, just populate that area within themselves. They're not committing no crime. They're not doing anything wrong. It's just, you know what I'm saying, that's what they want. They have the free will to do that. They're not making. They're not you know, breaking laws.
Care centers, mosques, and various things. So the neighborhood's changed a lot. Like, I consider it an evolution.
This Omar Fateh, who's running for mayor, do you have an opinion on him?
Not a real positive one, but
You like Jacob Fry?
better than I like Omar.
Yeah. It was during this conversation that we actually saw Omar Fateh. Oh my goodness, I think that's Omar Fateh right there. We gotta go try to interview. How are you? Nice to meet you. We didn't want to shove the camera in his face, so we asked him for an interview, then later implored his campaign team to talk to us. Unfortunately, no luck. Everywhere we looked in this area, we saw Omar Fateh signs, and his popularity has enraged the right, including Trump's Deputy Chief of Staff, Stephen Miller, and other conservative voices who consider him a travesty.
Well, the Democrat Party has become a party that aids and encourages violence.
Fateh has indeed made a number of controversial claims.
The greatest domestic threat facing the United States comes from, quote, specifically those who advocate for the superiority of the white race.
But he's not the only Somali politician who's done that. Congresswoman Ilhan Omar.
You know, my only what's the word I'm looking for? My only criticism of Omar Fateh is he's not playing the political game correctly. He's not playing the political game correctly. In order to be a good politician, you have to play the game correctly. Play the game correctly, man. You can't say things like, "Oh, the white supremacists are the." That is the case. That could be the case. I'm not saying it's not the case. It's just that, bro, you're living in somewhere where that's 90% white. If you say that, they're going to take it the wrong way. That's just how it is. Even if they are the issue, you can't say that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you say that, now they're all going to attack you. And the people that you're running for, Somalis. Now everyone's going to be attacking the Somalis. I think this is why Somalis have been targeted, especially recently, within the last year, by Americans, is because of like statements like this. I'm just keeping it real.
Dangerous. I mean, because if you look online, it's gonna say this is like a lot of crime and stuff, but it's really just chill out here. We have a lot of programs at the Branco. We have a basketball team. We have a soccer team as well. Yeah. It's like a regular neighborhood. We have a community and stuff.
What do you want to be when you're older?
A basketball player or a businessman.
Do you want to live here when you're older?
No, I want to move out soon. It's a good place if you want to come like right now. Yeah, I speak Somali. Assalamu alaikum, broken news.
There we go.
Yeah, we love America. It's just like
that was Arabic, not even Somali.
Man.
Yeah.
Boom! Bank's open, baby.
Do you know what? I respect this documentary, this channel. They're not. It doesn't seem to be hit piece. You know what I'm saying? They're putting the positive sides of the community. You know what I'm saying? The little cats just playing basketball. You know what I'm saying? Having fun. Nothing too bad. So I kind of have to respect this one. Unlike the other one that we did, it was clear hit piece. This one, if it is, they've done a good job to at least balance it out.
They just get cool. Black.
Yeah. It was touching to meet a kid from the next Somali generation like me and to humanize the Somalis in a way they often aren't. But the cultural differences, some argue, are too difficult to ignore. The Cedar Riverside neighborhood has changed enormously in recent years. Right, so you'll see a ton of now closed businesses in this neighborhood, like this bar here. So there are a bunch of bars that have closed down. This used to be a Scandinavian neighborhood, and now because of the Somali majority population, they don't make as much sense. But it wasn't just in Cedar Riverside that the Somalis lived. We next visited the massive open-air Somali mall just a few miles away, where we had a little snag. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, please make sure to subscribe. We capture.
So now Somali businesses are flipping a bad thing apparently. Now they're ruining America. I don't understand. Everything these Somalis do, yeah, it's like, it just offends someone. You know what I'm saying? If they go to their mosque, why is their mosque? This is a Christian country. If they open their businesses, oh, why is the American business getting closed? The Somali business open. If they just walk around the street normally, why is he wearing sliders in the middle of the... Bro, let the people just live, man.
And this footage probably won't do the overwhelming sense of alienation we felt inside it justice either. Alright, so we're gonna go inside the Carmel Mall, which is fashioned after an open-air Somali bazaar. There's a fashion store here, some jewelry, totally different style of mall here. You get the henna standard right here. The scale of this mall is enormous. It makes sense that there are about 80,000 Somalis in Minnesota. The vast majority of them are in the center. So right at the end of this mall, we never lost.
If you're Somali, you're gonna see this is nothing new. In terms of that's how most Somali shop businesses / fashion shops are, but to them it's just the cultural
of Somalia often visits, and some Somali
Hassano.
politicians live in the Twin Cities, like the parliamentary we interviewed later. I would say in all the reporting we've done, this is one of the most difficult spots to get an interview. People are very guarded here. I don't know if it's because they assume there's a hit piece or they
You tell me, son.
want to talk at all. People have been extreme.
So he's where there's a lot of women. Like women, we don't. Like, they don't mix with opposite gender, especially the older generation.
Came to escort us.
What's
to
that
build
Bible called?
Baldwin, as if,
Masha.
if we weren't out of place enough already, a cop came to escort us to building management.
Oh, they called the police on him.
It's we do this all over the country. Yes, I told the cop. Oh, you saw the camera? Yeah.
So where's the YouTube?
Where's the news? ROCA News. Alright, so we were just pulled aside by security. Now we're okay, they're filming inside. So one interesting thing is when a store is unoccupied, people won't necessarily lock it. We've seen a lot of unattended to stores. So it's clearly like a high trust community here, and we're the only two white guys in all 4 floors of this. It's very unique. So here's an open eating area, Somali flag, and Palestine flag. So they got a couple new style of pizzas I've never seen. The odd cock pizza. I don't know how to say the
Odd cat pizza? No way. Ha! That is actually a good shout. That is a good shout. Odd cat pizza. Yeah, I need to try that. Well, yeah. Where's this? Riverside. Riverside. I'm pulling up, bro. I'm gonna make sure I book my ticket right after this video.
5 years ago. What brought me? I came here because there was already Somali community established. So I said, okay, let me go there so that I can start my business. Somali community are like huge supporters for each other.
The white Americans around, are they friendly? Are they not?
I know none of them. When I was coming to America for the first time, I was carrying a Swedish passport and I was black and hijabi, you know? And the officers in the immigration, they were like, they probably were expecting a Viking. That's what America stands for. Like everybody's segregated in their own community. White people are with white people, Somali people are with Somali people. That's what America is. You come here, you start your own community, and you stay with your community. So
yeah, that's what I don't understand. When the Jews do it, you know what I'm saying, do your thing. Especially where I live, there's a spot called Cheetah Mill. All you see is just the suit, the hat, just walking around with the hair at the back, and do your thing, calm. But when the Somalis do it, they're doing it peacefully as well. They're not breaking law, no, nothing. Flipping. This is not third world country Somalia. This is America. Go bad as
like old women that don't even speak good English work every morning of the week up and they open their businesses and they welcome people and they sell. Everybody just here to pursue their American heritage, and I've never thought of leaving my religion for my culture, but I always embrace whatever culture I come to. The first time that I came to America, I had to identify myself as a black person. I've never seen anywhere in the world, and I've been so many places in the world. I think America is the one that encourages people to identify and segregate people and put people in different boxes, and I think that's what America encourages. Somali people, they never felt like they were fully African or fully black or fully Arab. They always say,
yeah, the Somali identity is a bit weird because color and identity is different. A lot of people see their identity as their color, whereas Somalis see their identity as mixture of their deen, their upbringing, and their color as well.
Number one support when it comes to Somalis is stability and peace. It's Americans.
Indeed, the U.S. came to Somalia's defense after its government collapsed in 1991, welcoming tens of thousands of Somali refugees in the 90s thanks to Clinton and then later Bush. We also aided the Somalis in the war that followed the collapse, including in 1993 for the Battle of Mogadishu, as depicted in Black Hawk Down.
We got a Black Hawk Down, we got a Black Hawk Down.
And a lot of people will say, oh, maybe they don't love America, but you're saying that's not at all the case.
That's not the case. I'm representing a state called Puntland. We have been fighting ISIS. The only backup who support us, Americans. Somalis came in Minnesota or the United States in 1993. When there was a famine, President Bush sent U.S. military to Somalia. The reason was to save the starving people. I appreciate that. Somali-Americans belong to this great nation. Somalis in America, again and again, love United States of America. They want to defend American value. Any rhetoric statements or negative words doesn't represent one ethnicity. Somali-Americans, they are in the military, they are in healthcare industry, they are teachers, they are policemen and women. Anything that hurts the image of our community is unacceptable to us. I'm Somali-American. Americans paid billions of dollars since 1960
to Somalia.
So that's the ideology and mentality. So forget about someone who is a TikToker saying Somalis they are not belonging to American dream.
Yeah.
We belong. Ilhan Omar, Congresswoman, and Mr. Fateh, they are Americans.